This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome everyone to the Global Coherence Pulse. This is a special daily pulse that we're offering during World Uni Week, and we are on day 4 of 99 days of peace through unity. And today is the day of fire, and it is also solstice. So happy solstice, everyone. And as it said in that video, all you need to participate is your presence and your heart. The quality of your presence that you bring to this hour, where we're dedicating this time to cultivating greater coherence in the heart of our lives and through us into the world, and blessing this foundation of life today, fire, with our love and presence. So we're starting each one of these pulses with a global silent minute. And let us just gather around this beautiful hearth fire today as we're coming home together. And Dot, you can bring us into our global silent minute.
It is a joy to dedicate this global silent minute to fire. The element of fire, the most all-pervading, the most creative, the most life-bearing. Each of us carries within the one fire, the universal treasure, immutable throughout the entire universe. The fire of the heart unites all through its magnet. We are coming home together during World Unity Week and focusing our intention on the foundations of life, for peace through unity toward a thriving world for all of life. And the power of silence is greater than we know. We presence in the one heart and experience the resonance of silence as action in sacred unity on behalf of fire. and we gently ask the question, how will we restore and regenerate, living in right relationship with our foundation of life, fire? Inspired by the original Big Ben Silent Minute, the Global Silent Minute at 9 p.m. GMT daily is helping to galvanize humanity to recognize the necessity to embed a new paradigm, to create the culture of peace so that challenges and conflicts are resolved before they escalate to violence. As we hold the intention for global cooperation, peace, and freedom. The Global Silent Minute invites us to pause in the sanctuary of silence, to recalibrate to a deeper, holistic perspective where our united focus impacts conscious evolution. Knowing that two concordant thoughts increase their power sevenfold, imagine millions of concordant thoughts igniting the fire of love at the heart of humanity. Let us prepare to enter the silence. With a deep breath, we activate the spirit of peace in our own hearts. And we unite our fiery hearts across distance. Now we invite all those on the other side of the veil to join us. When you hear the Tibetan singing bowl, we have entered 1 minute of silence as action in sacred peace through unity for fire. It is a great joy to invite Wendy Thompson. Actually, I think we're going to first have a comment, Teresa, before we do that.
We were just going to invite Gary and Julie just to say hello. This is really a collaboration of different organizations here. Dodd is with the Global Silent Minute, Julie, Good of the Whole, Gary, Wisdom of the World, Wellness. Like, we're all together, Global Coherence, Pulse Islands of Coherence, and we're joining our energies. And I just want to start by saying thank you for taking time out of your day to be here, because taking time to drop in deeply as a community around the sacred fire has an impact on the whole of life. It really does make a difference. So I'm really glad you brought Wendy today, and I'm looking forward to our meditation, but maybe Julie or Gary might have something they'd like to evoke about fire before we start.
Okay. When I was feeling the quality of fire today, what came in very strongly was the fires of transformation that include bearing witness to what's happening right now in Ukraine, in Africa, in all over the world, and bearing witness to the dying and the death of that which no longer serves, for the transformation of the fire of rebirth. And yeah, so the fire for me is the whole death birth experience. And it really hit me how the birth can't come if something doesn't die to it, and that which no longer serves. So that's very present with me today in the fire meme. Mm-hmm. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you. I love being here with you guys.
Thank you.
I'll just pull two threads through from this morning's fireside chat on eco-governance and coming into right relationship with fire. We were talking about the inner fire and the outer fires, and we often think of the fires of transformation, right? And we're also very aware of so much fire on the planet right now. There's so much right now. We're having this incredible heat wave across the US and in the Midwest, and even going, just in the Northern Hemisphere right now. There's this incredible record-breaking temperatures day after day, 108, 108, 108. So we're looking at coming into right relationship with fire so that we become this stabilizing effect of the inner and the outer fires on the planet, to come back into balance with the rest of the foundations of life. So that's one invitation that I bring today for us to just hold and be with. And then the co-steward of eco-governance, Shelley Ostroff, mentioned fire as purpose. And we talked about our shared purpose and what that is, and how that fire becomes our purpose and our collective purpose coming together. And there's a phrase that's one of the tasks, as she talks about fire as energy, becoming in right relationship with energy. And she talked about ensuring the most vitalizing flow of energy and information within the entire human community and the biosphere. And I loved that piece, ensuring the most vitalizing flow of energy and information within the entire human community and biosphere. So I just wanted to presence that.
And Dodd, we'll let you take the stage and introduce Wendy. And thank you so much for being the steward of fire today on our behalf.
Thank you, Teresa. It is a great joy to invite Wendy Thompson, co-founder of the Global Silent Minute, to guide us in a resonance coherence experience with fire. Thank you for being with us today from Sydney, Australia, Wendy.
Thank you, Dot. And welcome everyone. I'm just going to share screen. Okay. So in these precious moments together, I'll say a word about beauty, a few words about the yoga of fire, and then we'll have the opportunity to meditate on fire, and especially the fire of peace. When we do this, there will be moments when we will place a question on the altar of the group heart, inviting impressions from our communion in the one heart. So this painting of the Mother of the World, the universal Mother of all, is inclusive of all kingdoms, including those in our planetary life. The key life theme of the artist, Nicholas Roerich, who entered into creative form this representation of the Mother of the World, was the realization of beauty, that beauty will save the world. And through his art, he brought into the manifest world many paintings that serve as portals to the subtle and fiery worlds. He and his life partner, Helena Roerich, were responsible for bringing through teachings for humanity on the yoga of fire, which is union through identification with the whole. If only we would remember our wholeness while we're in incarnation. Within these teachings on fire, there's the recognition that the art of thinking needs to be completely and consciously regenerated, and that this is only possible as we realize our destined human identity, and that we understand that this destiny is to live simultaneously within three worlds. And these three worlds are the beautiful manifest world of outer appearances, the playground of life into which we incarnate. And the subtle world, and this world's inclusive of all that's invisible, all that's intangible, all that's soulful. It's the world of wordless knowing. And then there's the fiery world. It's the deep, the purposeful, the underlying, the essential world of spirit or essence at the heart of all life. And the place for the experience of the unification of these three worlds is in the heart, the most tender, the most courageous heart. And it's said in these teachings that our individual physical hearts are on loan to us in the manifest world for the purpose of communion in the one heart. So let us now commune within the one heart for the purpose of realizing and anchoring our right relationship with fire. So Dot has already brought us into resonance with the spacious silence, with the global silent minute, whose deep purpose is to provide opportunity for cooperation between the worlds, for global cooperation, peace, and freedom in the manifest world. In the silence of our individual hearts, we tune to its beat. And unite our hearts across distance with all present on this call and all called to be present in this moment. And we feel the collective beat of the group heart as we listen and feel into the rhythm of peace, expressing through the hearts of all life within the kingdoms of nature, in the manifest world, the human kingdom, the animal kingdom, the vegetable kingdom, and the mineral kingdom. Let's take a moment to feel into this rhythm of peace in the manifest world. And let us lay a question on the altar of the group heart. What is peace through unity in the world of manifestation? And now, within the one heart, we transfer our awareness in the silence to the subtle world of the intangible, the yet to be heard, the soul behind the manifested, incarnated forms. And we commune with the subtle world. And we note any sensations and feelings that register in the heart. we feel into the frequency of the rhythm of peace as it pulses through the formless, intangible, soulful, subtle world, substanding the world of manifestation. And let us lay a question on the altar of the group heart. What new and subtle dimensions of peace through unity are seeking emergence through our group awareness? And now, let's transfer our awareness within the protective embrace of the one heart to the fiery world, the world of spirit, the world of essence, the world of purpose, the world of creative ignition and causes. And spend a moment in silence, absorbing, listening, and registering any impressions that arise in this fiery world. Feel into this all-embracing, non-burning, vitalizing energy of the spirit of peace, the fire of peace. And let us lay a question on the altar of the group heart. What is the fire of peace? And now, within the one heart, let us hold our heart space so that we experience our livingness in all three worlds simultaneously, the fiery, the subtle, and the manifest, And as we hold this identification within the one life, be open to impressions arising about coming into right relationship with the deepest aspect of being, our essence, our spirit, our fire, as we live and move and have our being subtly within the world of manifestation. And identified within the one heart, unified within the three worlds of being, what impressions arise in the silence of peace through unity? And as we've been working in concert, cooperation, and concordance together in the one heart, we have automatically been distributing the fire of peace or the fire of love through the radiation of the one heart as it beats and pulses through the one life of which we are a part, restoring right relationship with fire, restoring right relationship through union, through identification with the whole. We will continue to distribute our realization through the radiation of the one heart as we hear the sound of the Tibetan singing bowl, sound 3 times.
And as we relax together in this place where all three worlds converge in our heart, tender and courageous, let us pulse the fire of peace into the world together right now. And let us gather this fire of peace and send it now into our own sweet heart, igniting the fire of our passion, the fire of our spirit, to rise up now and every day. And let this fire of peace walk the earth through us. Wendy, that was incredible. Somebody commented in the chat that it was like the voice of the Divine Mother. It sure felt like you were evoking that energy so, so beautifully. I'm bringing in Julie and Gary. We just have a few minutes to add some words, but I'd love to start with you, Wendy. Just if you want to share something from your heart of that experience and any message you want to send us home with today.
I'm a little beyond words myself. But yeah, it's an honor to share what has so profoundly impacted me for so many years. Kind of, as you were saying, Julie, earlier from an earlier session about that need to find balance. You know, like for me, that's about a balance about who we are within the three worlds. And it's so easy to operate within the manifest world because it's so preoccupying, but just the idea of remembering our existence within those three worlds. And I think in the meditation experience itself, I was just profoundly aware of, you know, peace exists, but all, you know, it is, and we're revealing peace. And the more we're in touch with who we are within the three worlds, living simultaneously within the three worlds, the more we really know within the fiber of our being that it exists, and we're revealing peace. Our task is to reveal the peace that already exists. So thank you. Thank us all for sharing this moment together. Deeply appreciated.
I could really feel your invitation for us to come to the altar of our shared heart, and the quality of this group gathered today doing that. I could feel it deeply. Dot, do you want to just some final words? Thank you for hosting this today.
Oh, such a great joy. Yeah, and thank you, Wendy, for that, the depth of that experience. Yeah, I found myself in the chalice of my own being. We each have a chalice within ourselves. Maybe we call it the chalice of the heart, and the flame, the fire, was there the entire time, beyond words.
I feel like, Wendy, you know the energy of what it's like to prepare a fire, you know, the love and the care and the attention it takes to prepare a fire. Your meditation helped me disidentify with the primary identification with manifestation and step into the first senses of what it was like to be in all three at the same time for the very first time consciously. And as a result, you set the fire. So when I changed the music that I was going to do, because my intuition said it was more than just my personal ego that knew I needed to cry. It was that I felt like we all needed to tap into the reality of this moment that has the sweetness and the fire of grief present in the air for me, and I think for more than me. So you helped set up the fire. So when the music went on, I just ignited into tears. I just started sobbing. And I'm so grateful. It's almost like the peace that's always there are the tears that are always there, and you open to it. You reveal the great sorrow, which is always there, as well as the great joy. But if the sorrow is not felt, and it needs to be, to feel the unbelievable opportunity we are at this moment, I just can't thank you enough for what you've given me today. It's a very powerful new way of looking at things, and I just feel like I was in the hands of a master. Thank you.
And Julie, final words from you.
I think it was the heart of a master. We were embraced by the hearts of a master. That was beautiful, Wendy. Thank you. I just want to leave us with this piece that I keep hearing is calling that question for our community here. If you could repeat that first question, which was something like, what new subtle dimensions of unity? There was something about that. Could you repeat that for our community to take with us in these coming hours as we close this session?
So it's what new and subtle dimensions of peace through unity are seeking emergence through our group awareness.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a powerful question, and what a beautiful essence for us to continue to bring through the entire 99 days. Let's record that one and really hold that for our 99-day journey. Thank you so much, Wendy. And thank you, Fire.
Thank you, Fire. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Dot and Gary. Julie, tomorrow, join us again for the Pulse, same time. And tomorrow, Gary is going to take us deeply into air, blessing air. And I wanted to have Kaylin just share a few slides with you so that you know what's coming and that you don't go away. Because next up is a beautiful plenary session. Oh, wait, there we go. Let's go to that first. So this is every day, the listening field with Daniela. They ask the foundational theme of life of the day. Today was fire. How do we restore right relationship with you? And every day, a number of answers come, and this is one of them. I am the creative fire that burns in the heart of all people. Tend it lovingly and safely by creating a sacred hearth for it. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's solstice. And so there's a few beautiful events happening. One right after this is going to be the plenary session, Restoring Right Relationship with Fire. And Ben is going to be hosting this with these three powerful leaders. So stick around, don't go anywhere. And immediately after the plenary session, there is a community gathering and then a solstice event with Kristen Hoffman and Cornflower. Oh my gosh, you don't want to miss that. And it'll be right in this room, same room. You don't have to go anywhere. And there's also a new initiative called Code, the Church of Direct Experience, and they're also doing event. I'll put the link in the chat for that. And wherever you feel inspired, take some time today to stay in the community, the fire of community, celebrating this solstice. So thank you, everyone. Kaylin, maybe we can just go back to the fire as we just all close the live stream for today. We'll see you tomorrow for air, and blessings, blessings, blessings to the fire and to each other. And Ben, you can end your live stream anytime.